I created this anime style sunset scene in Blender and I will show you exactly how. I've already prepared a clean base scene with all the modeling and texturing done so everyone can follow along from scratch. And if you want to learn how I did the modeling, materials and everything for the school rooftop scene, I already have a full step-by-step video for that on my channel. But right now, let's learn how I did this classic anime style lighting. Alright, so let's start by going into the rendered view mode first. And our scene is pretty dark because it does not have any lights right now. So just press Shift A and start by adding in a sun lamp. This is going to be basically our primary light. And I will also come in the render properties and change the render engine from EV to cycles. You can also set the device to GPU and enable denoise. Another thing that I will do is I'll come over here in output properties and just enable render region. This will basically help us to only focus on the area that will be rendered. Now you can select your sun lamp, press R then X to rotate it on the X axis. I'll also press N to bring up the sidebar and now you can press R then X, rotate it like this, somewhat around here to get like a proper angle for your light. Maybe a little bit like this as well. So press R then Z and rotate it on the Z axis. And yeah, that's a pretty good angle. Now what I will do is I will come over here in the object data properties of our light. And now I will first increase the strength to something like 6 so that it is pretty bright. And next I will enable temperature, which can basically control how cool or warm your scene is. So if you increase it, you will get like these bluish tones. So I want to decrease it because it is like a sunset scene. So we can set it somewhere around 4000. You can also play around with this angle value, which will basically control how sharp your shadows is. So we don't want them like absolutely sharp. So somewhere around like 4 or 5. I think this much is pretty good. Next, what I will do is I will also select the tint and you can control like the overall color of your like the sun lamp. And I think somewhere around here is fine with like reddish or yellowish tint. Yeah, that's pretty good to give it like a sunset type of vibe. Another thing that I will do is I will add some shadows in our scene to create like some type of contrast. So you can press Shift plus A and add in a cube. Press S to scale this cube up. You can now press G then Y and move it back right over here so that we can like cast some shadows right over here on this area. Now press 0 to view through your camera. Press G then Y and like move it around till I think here is pretty good. Now, as you can see, we get like really harsh shadows right over here. So to counter this, we can press Shift A, add in another sun lamp, which can act as a secondary light so that we get like a little bit lighter shadows. Now you can press R then Y to like rotate this light up a little bit and we do get like some shadows over here. And now I will just increase the angle so that they are like really soft, something like this. Now, obviously we need to change the color to again something yellow or like red so that it does feel like a lot more like a sunset. You can make it a bit darker as well so that it does not make it like too light. Yeah, I think this feels pretty good to me. With this, I think the next step to do is to add like the background. So you can press Shift A, go into image, select a mesh plane, and over here you can just open up this background which I have added in the link in description. So you can get that, scale it up, and first let's press 7 for top view and we can scale it up a bit and move it behind our both the buildings, so somewhere around here. Now you can press 0 to once again view through your camera, press R then Z, rotate it up like this and just scale it up and completely fit it within the camera like this. And already you can see the scene looks much better, but the colors look all weird. So let's fix that first. You can go in over here. This is really important. First, go into shader editor, select this like your background. And instead of plugging this in into like a principled BSDF, what you can do is you can directly plug this into the surface like this. Instantly, you will see the colors do improve a little bit, but they are still like very washed out. So you can go in the render properties under color management, change the view transform from AGX to standard, and instantly you will see that the colors look a lot better and more anime like instead of looking like very washed out. You can see if I undo this, AGX is very like cinematic. It works well for like realistic stuff, but for like stylized or anime type of stuff, standard is like really good. So I will set this to standard. And now that I'm actually seeing the colors a bit more better, what I will do is I will first open this up, select both of my sun lamps, press M, and you can move them into the lights and camera collection that I've already made so that it is a bit easier to access them. Select the sun lamp and we can change the tint to a bit more red side because I do feel like it is feeling a bit too yellow. So I don't want it to look like too much yellow. I think somewhere around here is pretty good. For this one as well, I think this one is fine. You can play around with the intensity, but I think somewhere around 1 is once again pretty good. All right, so now I think everything with the lighting and background is pretty good. We can go into the render properties, set the max samples to 100, and now just press F12 to quickly give it a render and see how it looks. All right, guys, so the render is done now, and I think our anime style lighting is looking pretty good. But to give it like a finishing touch and final polish, we will be doing like some compositing and we will improve it a lot. Another thing that if you guys are wondering how I am getting like these outlines, it is actually pretty simple. You just need to press Shift plus A, go into grease pencil and select scene line art. And then you can just increase the line radius and you have like got these outlines that you can use for your anime style scenes. Obviously, I cover all of this when I create this scene in like detail. So if you want to know how I created this from scratch, like all of the modeling materials and everything, you can check out the video on my channel. There are a lot of different anime style scenes as well where I create them from scratch. But yeah, this video I was just gonna focus on the lighting and compositing part of it and creating like this sunset type of vibe. One last thing, I will just select my background image and just move it up a little bit so that we like get a bit more of the clouds. And yeah, I think this is pretty good now. Let's just press F12 and we can give it a final render and start with the compositing. Alright guys, so the render is done now. Let's close this and come into the compositing tab. We can click on new. And I will also just go over here in the corner and collapse it like this. Then you can again go over here in this corner and just divide it like this. Select this one as image editor and select the render result. Now you can just hover over this compositing like tab, press V, like hold V and it will like kind of zoom out itself. Now we can like add all of these nodes over here and we can see the updates in real time. Also go in options and set the device from CPU to GPU. It makes it a lot faster. Alright, so let's start by pressing Shift A and we can add in a Kuwahara node, which again basically makes your renders look a bit more like painting, as you can see. If you select the node, you can press M to disable it and you can see the effect it adds. So right now it is disabled and now with it enabled, you can see it makes it look like a lot more like a painting. So what I will do is I will just set the size to 4 because we definitely don't want like too much of that effect. But yeah, I think uh, this makes it look pretty good. Next, what I will do is I'll also mix it with a posterize node, which again is like a effects or filter type of node which can create your render. Like it will give it this color banding type of effect. If I'll just directly plug this in, you can see it will give it this type of vibe. You can control the number of steps. If you keep on increasing it, it will get closer to the real render and you can see it will give it like it that anime type of vibe. But what we want is obviously we don't want it like entirely. We do want to mix them up a bit. So what I will do is I'll take this Kuwahara node and plug this in into a mix node like this. And now you can take the posterize as well and plug it into the B. And now you can just plug the result in over here. This way we can basically mix them both. And if you set the factor to 0, we are basically getting entirely the A input, which is the Kuwahara node. And if we set this to 1, we are now getting entirely the B input, which is the posterized node. So we can set it somewhere in the, like obviously not in the middle. I want less of the posterized, so I will set it to something like, let's try 0.3. So with this, we get like all of these little bit of like the posterized effects, but we don't get it entirely so that it does not look like weird. Now you can adjust the steps over here to control actually how much you want to like add it. I think somewhere around here is pretty good. And I think we do have to decrease it up a bit to somewhere around 0.15 as well. Or like zero point 0.2. I think that's pretty good. Next, what I will do is I will add in a glare node, which will give it like a dreamy, hazy type of look. So you can press Shift A and add in a glare node. Now we can change this from streaks to something like fog glow, and you will instantly see like the difference. Open up this highlights and decrease it. and set the glare size to 1. I'll increase the threshold to something like 0.2 so that it is not entirely like all bright. Now we get something like this. To adjust like this brightness, you can press Shift A and add in an exposure node. Now we can start decreasing the exposure because it is a bit too much. So maybe somewhere around 0.5. And if you select the glare node now, like both of these nodes, and start pressing M to basically turn on and off the effect, you can instantly see, although it is like subtle, but the effect is huge. Earlier it looks like pretty flat, but with the added glare effect, it instantly looks a lot more like anime. And now you can just select them all and try to turn them on and off. And yeah, we can clearly see the effect we have created. Next thing that I will add is I'll press Shift A and add in a color balance node and plug it in over here. So basically the lift, gamma, gain are three values. Lift is for shadows. You can increase or decrease it to control the shadows. Gamma is for midtones and gain is for highlights. You can select the gain and you can like play around with this like color value, and you can see you can change the overall tint of your render. Obviously we don't want to go overboard, but we can definitely give it like a small red or orange tint, which will definitely push like the sunset type of vibe. And yeah, you can clearly see. You can also increase the gain a little bit to something like 1.1 to maybe make it like a tad bit darker, but I think it was fine earlier. You can play around with the lift as well. You can decrease it a little bit so that the shadows are a bit more darker, which will give like a little bit more contrast in your scene. But I will undo it for now because I want to do like a little bit of compositing in Photoshop as well, because I do feel like it gives me a lot more of the control. Another thing that you can add is you can see we get like some of these jagged edges. So you can press Shift A and search for an anti-aliasing node and plug that in over here. I'll just decrease the threshold to 0 and maybe increase the corner rounding to something like this so that the edges are like not completely straight. As you can see, if we set this to 0, it is like this, and with it increased to 1, it looks a lot better as the corners are now rounded. You can use this to like reduce some of the jagged edges. Sometimes I will like Shift plus D to duplicate it and plug it in one more time so that we get something like this. Now with this, I think the compositing over here in Blender is done and it is looking pretty good. If you want, you can like add a lot more nodes as well. Like there are a lot of different ones, like you can add in, again, as I mentioned it, a lot of times chromatic aberration, which will create like the splitting of colors. You can obviously reduce it to a lower amount. One more thing is like this vignette. Vignette will darken your corners. So you can definitely decrease the factor to something like 0.3 and it will create like some focus on the center by darkening your corners. Another one that we have is we can obviously add some noise to make our scene feel a bit more vintage, if that makes sense. But yeah, I will be not adding all of these. You can also use tune image and you can play around with the clarity, like increasing it. It will give it like a bit more contrast. And you can definitely use these ones. It definitely improves your render. As you can see, like just select this node, now press M to turn it on and off. It makes your render pop a little bit more, but I like to do like these settings in Photoshop. But yeah, I'm just mentioning them to show you like you can do them over here as well. But with that, I think our render is starting to look pretty good. You can come back to layout, press F11. And as you can see, the sunset is looking real nice. It is overall giving like a nice anime vibe. So we can just go in over here, go into image, select save, or I will just copy it and open it up in Photoshop. Alright guys, so I have opened up our render in Photoshop now. First what I will do is I'll select the layer, right click and convert it to a smart object. Basically it will help us to keep the like filters in a non-destructive manner. And first what I like to do is I'll go to filter, sharpen and select sharpen more. This will basically make your edges like pretty sharp and the details will pop out a lot more. Obviously all of these things are like based on your personal preference. If you want to add these effects, you can definitely go for them, but they are like totally optional as well. Next what I will do is I'll go to filter and select a camera raw filter. This is basically like one big effects and filters menu where you can change like all kinds of different settings that you want to. Like you have the exposure, contrast, texture, clarity, all of these things. You can open up like all of these different like panels as well, and you will find all kinds of different color grading settings. But obviously we won't be doing too much. What I will do is I'll just increase the contrast a bit of our render, so somewhere around 10 or 12. I'll also increase the texture. It is basically like you can see if you increase the texture to 1, It's kind of like free detail. If you decrease it to 0, everything becomes a little bit like hazy and blurry. So we can set it around somewhere around 30, 35. Increase the clarity as well. Again, it kind of like increases your contrast a little bit. I think somewhere around here is pretty good. And maybe you can add like a tad bit of vibrance and saturation if you want to, but I think it is fine this way as well. Obviously you can play around with these settings and add whatever you like, but for me I think this is pretty good, and I will hit OK now. Right away you can just turn your smart filters on and off and clearly see the difference they make. Next, what I will do is I'll go to image adjustments and select color balance. Basically these are like the same nodes that we had in Blender as well, but yeah, I like to do some of the things over here as well. So I'll play around with the settings, maybe add a bit more of red. So select the shadows first and I will add like a bit of red into it, and maybe like some blue as well, just to make the shadows a tad bit darker, like this. Then you can select the mid tones and again just add a bit of red into it, like this. You can constantly just turn your preview on and off to see the change. I think it is a bit too much. Then select the highlights. I'll add a bit of red and a bit of yellow as well, just a tad bit, like this. Yeah, I think something like this is pretty good. Now you can hit OK and basically just turn your color balance effect on and off. And I think it looks pretty good now. It gives a much more sunset type of vibe. And now, yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with the overall look of the scene. It is definitely giving off like a nice anime vibe with that classic like sunset type of vibe. And with these like image adjustment settings, you can keep on like going on and on. But now I think I'm pretty happy with the overall look. Also guys, if you want to check out the full version of this scene that I've created along with like various different variations like the nighttime or the daytime one, you can definitely check out my Patreon. I have posted all of the files over there. Also, I have like a lot of different other content over there as well, like some of my advanced anime courses. So yeah, you can definitely check that out. But other than that, if you like these type of videos or like this type of style, I also have like a lot of other videos on my channel where I cover every step of my process, like the modeling, materials, lighting, compositing, everything, creating various different anime style scenes. This one was more of just like the lighting part of it, but yeah, I have a lot of tutorials covering the full process as well. So yeah, you can definitely check that out. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.